Pastors, and particularly now, after the pandemic, are beginning to really burn out.
Yeah, I think pastors that are burning out feel isolated, feel like they've got nowhere to turn, feel like nobody understands their struggle.
I think one of the greatest issues with being a pastor is it can be a very isolating role. And in that isolation, I've found it very easy to get stuck in my relationship with Christ, stuck in what I need to do as a shepherd in God's flock to help move this people forward.
We recognize that healthy churches require healthy leaders. Talking not only about church planting, but church renewal. And how today, perhaps, the task of church renewal is just as urgent as planting churches.
Anágo Partners is a gospel-centered learning community focused on the idea that pastors need help. Anágo has helped me cultivate my relationship with Christ in the midst of the stresses of pastoral ministry. So I really feel like I'm walking in a greater dependence on Christ because of my experience at Anágo.
Beyond just the cohort, it's that each and every participant is getting a coach who's giving them on-the-ground, one-on-one training twice a month. And that has been life-changing in my own life.
I was really struck by the opportunity to connect with other pastors who were sort of in my boat, in my kind of place in life, as well as to be coached by seasoned and more veteran pastors who have gone down the roads that I was just beginning.
Certainly any pastor that feels isolated or stuck in the challenges of the job, this is a great place to come and consider your problems in a new light and to see where you may be strengthened and grow more and more into the kind of shepherd you want to be and that Christ wants you to be.
The tools that Anágo has provided for me have helped me to grow in my walk with Jesus.
The ways that I'd always sort of felt a tension internally in my own self was that I love people and I love being with people, but I also understand that leadership requires getting things done and be task oriented. And I was always sort of guilty when I was doing tasks, feeling guilty that I wasn't with people. And then when I was with people, I was guilty I wasn't doing tasks. Through some of the metrics that Anágo Partners kind of led me through, I learned that there's two parts of me that are in conflict with itself. My personality is such that these two things are very strong in me, and so it's natural that they would butt heads. For me, that was a great relief. It's like, this is how God has wired me. And so I shouldn't feel guilty about doing one or the other. I should lean in the strengths of both to help me grow pastorally, but also grow in my leadership as a pastor. That was one of the huge benefits and kind of aha moments that Anágo Partners, that my coach kind of led me into and helped me understand about myself.
They would say they would not be a pastor today if it wasn't for that coaching.
Highly recommend Anágo to any pastor who wants to grow in their ability to care for God's flock.
If you feel like you are relying on your own strength and your own ability to lead your church, then Anágo is like a drink of cold water. It is rest, it's restoration, and it's help, it's real equipping.
And what I really love about Anágo is they recognize we need help, but they don't believe that we're beyond help.